When I first went up to Yorkshire to choose a horse, Seamus wasn't my favourite, he says of his long-faced co-star which he has been riding since the first episode in 2015. Initially I preferred a horse called Johnny Wilkinson because he's a lot bigger. The two of us together made Mark Atkinson, Seamus' owner, quite nervous, so he persuaded me to go with Seamus. He tells Radio Times. Cleverly he said, "You look great on Johnny but you look better on Seamus. He's smaller, so he makes you look bigger." I immediately switched horse. He certainly knew what to say to convince me. Yet, despite the Irishman initially favouring the horse named after England's Rugby World Cup winning fly half, once he'd met Seamus properly he realised they were kindred spirits, adding, "I think we have a similar personality, you know? And we're both Irish." My dad's side of the family were from Westmead, which is north of Dublin. Seamus is from Cork and Mark says that he reacts to my accent, which makes sense. Proper countryside, so they were always riding. We bet it wasn't on smaller horses to make themselves look bigger though. When the going gets tough the young need to start working a bit harder or they won't stand the test of time, according to Billy Ocean. The 68-year-old exclusively tells Day and Night that he fears for the career longevity of young musicians because they don't mirror the work ethic of his generation. If a bird doesn't have to fly to find food it loses its sense of flight. "You've got to be careful," says the Trinidad-born star who moved to the UK with his family at the age of 10 and who picked up a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Ivor Novellos last week. Billy also suggests the desire for similarity, and artists seeking recognition in the wrong areas, is making the musical climate so stale. "My days, making music used to come from within. You made music from within and now it is like you press a button, a machine and anything comes out. Everybody's sounding the same." Day and Night were among revelers who got rather more than they bargained for on Sunday when Kylie Minogue joined old friend Nick Cave on stage for an impromptu duet at the All Points East Music Festival. Murmurings in the star-studded crowd at London's Victoria Park, which included Kate Moss and Liv Tyler, suggested the pint-sized pop princess was in the vicinity, though people initially thought the 50-year-old might have been there just to watch her old friend. But they were all rather thrilled when she joined Nick, 60, and his band The Bad Seeds for a rendition of their 1995 track Where the Wild Roses Grow. The song, a far cry from Kylie's usual pop offerings, appeared on 1996 album Murder Ballads, a collection of songs centered on the subject of death. Here's Lisa Armstrong arriving at the Britain's Got Talent final still wearing her wedding ring. The 41-year-old, who works as a makeup artist on the show, looked very glamorous showing off a new silver hairdo as she got out of a car at London's Hammersmith Apollo ahead of Sunday night's pinnacle to the series. Lisa's estranged husband Ant has been relieved of presenting duties temporarily after a stint in rehabs following his drink-driving crash. Lisa liked a tweet by BGT judge David Walliams praising Ant's regular sidekick Declan Donnelly who has been presenting the show solo for the first time during his best friend's absence. Sharing a snap of him in December the Little Britain star said, "What a superstar this man is. #December at Ant and Dec." The show itself saw cerebral palsy sufferer Lee Ridley, who performs under the pseudonym Lost Voice Boy, become the first comedian to win a series, taking home the £250,000 star prize. One young singer who may just give Billy Ocean pause for thought is George Ezra, above, with his distinctive deep voice far from the norm. The 24-year-old, who hails from Hertfordshire, has already had a plethora of praise heaped on him from industry giants including Sir Elton John. However, despite the adulation, the musician and songwriter still considers himself quite awkward and would love to be a bit cooler, though has come to realize that's probably just not him. "Every time I walk on stage I go, this is the gig that you are going to be cool," the Paradise hitmaker tells the new weekday Dave Berry breakfast show on Absolute Radio. "You are going to be cool. You are going to be a pop star. You are going to be po-faced. I still haven't got over the fact that I get to do it." Mulligan decorates her dressing room with sketches of angels to help her cope with her onstage anxiety, as you do. And 2 songs in I'm Grinning. The actress, who is the star of Girls and Boys, a one-woman play about male violence, started suffering panic attacks during rehearsals for the show earlier this year. "I had a really hard time," admits the 33-year-old Collateral star. About 4 weeks into rehearsal, I started having panic attacks because I just got very bad anxiety being on my own on stage. However, her friend artist Charlie Mackesy created a series of drawings to help her cope. He was amazing, says the mum of 2. He does these beautiful drawings of angels. Then behind there's an angel leaning down pushing me on the shoulder, sort of pushing me forward. Incredible pictures of a person on stage who's meant to be me.